Trip Live High School Sports Network, the official audio and video streaming network of the WPIAL.
Yeah.
WPIAL would like to recognize our other corporate sponsors: UPMC Sports Medicine, First National Bank, Trips Total Media, Field Turf, Dunkin' Donuts, Bowser Family Dealership, the CW Pittsburgh, and St. Vincent College.
Two minutes to tip off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the WPIL Class 3A semifinal game. Here live on MVI Live and the Trib Live High School Sports Network, we have the number 1 seed South Allegheny Gladiators hosting 4th seeded the Aliquippa Quips, alongside Jose Negron, the assistant sports editor at the Mon Valley Independent. I am sports correspondent Dean Delamalva Jr. and looking for maybe some history tonight, Jose.
Yeah, it's. I think this is a game that South Allegheny's been thinking of since last year when they were in this game against North Catholic at North Hills High School, and they fell short of a bid to appear in the WPIAL Class 3A championship game. So a little bit of redemption time here for the Gladiators tonight.
Yes, and it could be South Allegheny's first ever trip to the WPL Finals. But first, they've got to get past the Quips, who come into tonight's game at 12-5. They were 7-1 in Section 2 3A. The winner of this contest will advance to take on second-seeded Neshannock or number 11 Elwood City. A bit of a Cinderella story, advancing to the semifinals. There are the Wolverines. So we are just a couple of minutes away here from the start of this one. We're going to have a national anthem and starting lineups, and then we'll be back here on MVI Live and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
DeAndre Moy. Number 13, Carl McBride. And number 30, Sam Lane. And now for your South Allegheny Gladiators. Number 4, Bryce F. Number 3, Dylan Hines. Number 2, Ethan Kirkwood. Number 24, Omar Faulkner. And number 5, Antonio M. Gladiators are coached by head coach Tony DeCenzo, and the Quips are coached by head coach Nick Lakovich.
And we're back here at South Allegheny High School. You can just feel the electricity in this building tonight. It has been building since the clock started winding down, and then right after the anthem, it really picked back up again. You mentioned South Allegheny's visit to this round last season. Aliquippa, no stranger to this round of the playoffs. They've been here to the semifinals 6 out of the last 7 years. So the moment won't be too big for either one of these teams.
No, not at all. South Allegheny, they've been battle tested, not just from what they experienced last year, but with their non-section schedule this year. And Aliquippa, they're talented pretty much in every sport over there. So should be an exciting one here between the top seed in 3A and the number 4 seed.
Omar Faulkner, Sam Lane ready to tip this one up and get it underway. Ball in the air. Faulkner won it back, but it's controlled by Aliquippa's DeAndre Moy. He'll get it out to Tajir Crocker, who's going to set the offense here. Aliquippa with their first look at this stingy South Allegheny defense.
Yeah, we talked about it, SA only allowing a little over 30 points per game.
Here comes a 3 ball. It's good. Tajir Crocker gets things started for Aliquippa with a 3-pointer, and it's 3-0. Quips out in front, and here comes the Aliquippa pressure. And it's broken pretty easily, and here comes the Gladiators' first trip on offense. Bryce Epps dribbling near side. Over to Antonio in the corner. Ethan Kirkwood for 3. Little long. Rebounded by Donovan DJ Walker, and here comes Aliquippa back up the floor.
If you're the Quips, that big 3-pointer on your first possession, it's what you like to see against this stingy SA defense, like you said, Dean.
Yep, and here's the ball now near side to Carl McBride. He goes over to Moy. He'll fire up a 3, and he got that one as well. DeAndre Moy with a 3. It's 6-0. Aliquippa out quickly here with 2 threes on 2 trips.
SA needs an answer.
They'll go to Kirkwood. Kirkwood tries to get the ball inside to Faulkner, struggles gathering it, then does. Finds Dylan Hines on the wing for 3. Dylan Hines gets things started for the Gladiators. It's 6-3, and now here comes the SA pressure. Pass gets over the half-court line to Walker. He'll drive down the lane. Faulkner swats it way out of there. But the ball is corralled by Crocker, who's coming up the floor as a trail. And now the crowd getting involved here after that big swat. Moy fakes it. Now 3-pointer again on the way. DeAndre Moy, and it's turning into a 3-point shootout here early. Aliquippa with 3, South Allegheny with 1. It's 9-3. Now the Quip crowd who's made the trip over here making some noise. Kirkwood to Hines. To Antonio Epps, over to Kirkwood on the wing. Looking for room, Dylan Hines again. Faulkner working hard down low looking for the ball, but unable to get it to him so far. Antonio to Bryce. He'll step into one for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by McBride. Looking like for the most part, the Gladiator shooters are having a little bit of nerves here early.
Yeah, tough when you give up 3 3-pointers on 3 possessions. The foul on Antonio Epps.
Epps is first, team first. Aliquippa ball out of bounds on the far side will be taken out by DeAndre Moy.
One thing SA is going to have control of is limiting those fouls.
Crocker faked the shot, but he walked. First turnover of the game on a traveling violation on Tajir Crocker. (9-3), 5:13 to go, first quarter. Aliquippa out in front.
We've seen it time and time again. SA, has had some. That one's going to be a turnover on the Gladiators. They've had instances where they've gotten out to some slow starts.
Yeah, they have.
But
the shooting hasn't always been there for them. Typically, they'll heat up as the game goes on. Long skip pass beats the pressure. Moy is wide open on the wing for another three-pointer. That's no good. Omar Faulkner with his first rebound. Up the floor quickly. Bryce Epps for the layup.
Nice job there by Aliquippa, though, to contest that there on the fast break.
South Allegheny can get up and down the floor quickly as Antonio Epps pokes that ball out from behind. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay here with Aliquippa. 9-5 now the score. Little warning on the intensity there as Aliquippa's Tajir Crocker and Bryce Epps kind of run into each other a little bit. Ball inbounded. Comes into McBride. He throws up a shot, and he's fouled. Kirkwood took one right in the mouth. And he's going to have to check out as McBride goes to the free throw line for two.
Kirkwood's first foul.
Second team foul, and the first one is good for McBride. And there comes into the game Wes DeGiorgio. As Kirkwood working on his mouth over there, so we'll see what happens. Second one, also good for Carl McBride. 2 for 2 at the line go the Quips, and it's 11-5. Bryce Epps up the floor, finds DeGiorgio, saves it into Hines. Antonio Epps from the wing for three. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Crocker underneath.
SA hasn't been able to corral those offensive boards here, get any second chance opportunities.
Despite a little bit of a height advantage. Another wide open look at the three. That's DJ Walker hitting it, and Tony DeCenzo is going to call a timeout here. 30-second variety of 4:11 left here in the first quarter. His team down 14-5 as Aliquippa has come out shooting hot.
Yes, they have, and DeCenzo not going to be happy about that. Dylan Hines, a missed assignment there, allows for Walker to get open for an easy three-pointer to give Aliquippa a 9-point lead here with less than halfway through this first frame.
I mean, South Allegheny only gave up 30 the other night to Seton LaSalle, and Aliquippa's already halfway there.
And it is worth mentioning that Aliquippa's lone section loss this year came to that Seton LaSalle team, so that's one of their familiar opponents that both these teams have played. But the Quips have come out ready to go and firing on all cylinders here.
They certainly are. 4 3-pointers on the board already. 2 free throws giving them 14. 5 for the homestanding Gladiators. It's 14-5 as here comes some pressure for Aliquippa, and they back out of it as Antonio Epps gets it across the timeline. Over to Bryce. Bryce Epps. Sophomore. Guard to Faulkner in the corner. Back to Antonio Epps for three. Got it to go. Antonio Epps gets his first three of the night. Right out of the timeout, South Allegheny scores. It's 14-8. Now back here comes some pressure for the Gladiators. Crocker to Moy, able to stay in bounds. Back to Crocker again. He's D'd up by Bryce Epps. And he'll pull it back out and reset things. Something we're not used to seeing again is Aliquippa getting guys open. So let's see if we change in defensive strategy here. Here's Lane from the elbow, no good. Ball batted around, grabbed by Hines.
Not too many missed opportunities, missed possessions by Aliquippa. There's one, and there's a turnover by SA.
With the turnover, And now it's battle for the ball. Aliquippa is going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout for the Quips. 3:01 to go. First quarter, 14-8. Aliquippa out in front.
Doesn't seem like SA is going to get those easy transition points that they really get each game.
It's, Coach DeCenzo alluded to the fact that, Aliquippa athletic team, it's not going to be so easy to, get those turnovers on the press, get out on the fast break. He mentioned that. So something that South Allegheny is going to have to adjust to here. He's playing a team that probably matches them athletically. Aliquippa got here by beating New Brighton 72-42 in the first round. Took down Laurel 59-50 in the second round. It's a couple high seeds they were able to knock off, a 13 and a 12. Ball up the floor. This is McBride into the game for Aliquippa, Cameron Lindsay. Crocker with a jump shot. I think Bryce Epps might have got a piece of that. Loose ball picked up by Crocker, and he's going to get to the basket and be fouled. They're going to have a conversation about this. Let's see what the call is. Yep, they are going to call the foul on Faulkner as Crocker tripped over him going down the lane. Faulkner's third team foul. It's going to be on the floor, so no free throws. Out of bounds. Ball comes into Lindsay. He finds Walker on the corner. He'll bring it out to Crocker, and Aliquippa will reset the offense here. On the wing to Moy, D'd up by Antonio Epps. He'll find McBride near the free throw line. Now he's looking for an outlet. He'll dribble against Kirkwood. Kirkwood swats him. Ball grabbed down by Lindsay, though.
Aliquippa getting out after those loose balls, getting second chance opportunities and getting those offensive boards.
Looked like South Allegheny was trying to take off up the floor. Offensive foul.
I thought they were going to call a block there.
Donovan Walker picks up his first. That's the first Aliquippa team foul. South Allegheny takes over.
Big possession here for SA. If you can get another bucket, push the momentum in your favor.
Hines on the wing to Bryce Epps. He'll drive toward the middle, find Antonio Epps on the wing for three. Antonio Epps' second three, and they're back within a single possession at 14-11. Now under 2 minutes to go. Ball lofted down the wing. Donovan Walker has it knocked loose. It'll stay here with the Quips.
We saw how good Antonio Epps was against St. LaSalle from long range. 4 3-pointers all in the first half. He's doing it again here tonight.
After the quick start, Aliquippa kind of being silent. And Bryce Epps with the pressure. He's going to get the steal. Epps driving to the lane. Reverse layup. Good. Bryce Epps now with 4. And we have a whistle as a player is down behind the play. That is Carl McBride of Aliquippa down on the baseline.
Getting some help, getting to the bench. Good to see him walking off.
Yeah, shaking off whatever's ailing him. I'll get a look at him. Checking into the game in his place is going to be Nicholas Good.
8-0 run out over the last 2.5 minutes for South Allegheny. A pair of threes from Antonio and that steal and a bucket from Bryce Epps. Now a 1-point game. Timeout from Tony DeCenzo was a good one.
Yep, at a good time, and it got his team back focused on the task at hand. Here comes Walker. He nearly walked. Ball given up. Another turnover.
Looked like it hit someone's foot on the way there, but nothing called.
Dylan Hines for 3 and the tie. Dylan Hines has tied things up with his second 3, and now Aliquippa with a timeout. 16-14. Now South Allegheny out in front, correction. Sorry about that. 1:05 to go, first quarter. A full timeout by the Quips. That's now an 11-0 run by South Allegheny.
Dylan Hines, his second three of the night. And SA, they say whatever you can do, we can do better. 4 3-pointers from the Quips to open things up, and now 3 in the last 2.5 minutes for SA, and 4 in the game as they take a 16-14 lead with 1:05 to go in the first quarter.
You know, the Quips, they came out, fired up. They were hitting baskets right away. They were getting their confidence, but, you know, a team like South Allegheny, like, I don't think that they're necessarily ever out of a game, especially this early. And, you know, like you mentioned, Coach DeCenzo gets a 30, guys calm down, and all of a sudden the shots start falling for the Gladiators.
Yeah, and I think these kids have, especially, you know, we talk about the importance of the experience they got last year, just in terms of confidence. You know, being confident in your shot, being confident that, you know, when things aren't going your way, keep shooting, keep going, you know, keep moving, and eventually things will turn around, and that's what SA has really experienced over the last 2.5 minutes. Things weren't going their way. They were down by 9, and now they're up by 2.
Yeah, and we talk also about, you know, the Gladiators playing a lot of tough out-of-conference, out-of-class games that have gotten them ready for this. And Kirkwood just swatted Moy. That's Kirkwood's second block of the game, but a turnover back the other way. Moy swatted this time by Faulkner. You've got to be kidding me right now. Up the wing, Bryce Epps. Lob pass inside, looking for Faulkner, but it's grabbed instead by Nicholas Good inside.
We always talk about the big guys being Aiden Sloss and Omar Faulkner, but guys like Wes DeGiorgio and Ethan Kirkwood, they provide some length for this SA team as well.
Yeah, they're not short by any stretch of the imagination either. And here's Moy trying to get around a pick. He'll fire up a jump shot. No good. Antonio Epps with the rebound.
That's going to slow things down, take that final shot.
Clock under 10 seconds now. Bryce Epps, 6 seconds, 5 now. Comes to Kirkwood. Kirkwood, 2 seconds, looking for somebody open. Faulkner grabs the ball. I think it was a little late. No shot count anyway. That's the end of a very exciting up and down first quarter here from South Allegheny High School. It's the Gladiators, the number 1 seed, leading Aliquippa 16-14. As a quick start by the Quips gets erased by the Gladiators, and they're able to forge ahead here late in quarter number 1. Team MVI and has had some great sponsors all season. One of them, Elite Physical Therapy. Although insurance does not always cover wellness and preventative care, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness offers very affordable wellness programs and packages to improve your body's overall wellness and performance. Our programs are top-notch in providing overall health and wellness and athletic performance for all ages. Go see Valley native Dr. Emilio Gallis and his staff for all of your physical therapy and sports injury treatment needs. Visit them on the web at www.eliteptw.com or arrange a consultation at 638 Ross Straver Road in Bell Vernon. An exciting first quarter full of a couple of runs by each team has us with a very close game. South Allegheny by 2, 16-14, and they have the ball getting ready to go out of bounds on the far sideline. Here comes Bryce Epps to Antonio near side to Kirkwood. Kirkwood gets a pass. He fakes a shot. Drives the ball inside. His attempted pass inside goes off a quip and out of bounds. Bryce Epps getting ready to take this one out of bounds, but we've got a sub into the game for Aliquippa. This is Vernon Red checking in for the first time. Another thing Coach DeCenzo mentioned to me the other day, Aliquippa seems to have a new 5 on the floor to start most of their games. Kirkwood for 3. That's no good. Dylan Hines with the offensive rebound. Out to Antonio Epps. He fires up a 3, no good. Faulkner tried to get the rebound. Hines saved it out of bounds, but it comes to Walker. And we got a foul called here
And the Quip faithful wanted it over the back there on Omar Faulkner, but SA will have a foul here on the other end of the floor.
Bryce Epps is first. Team foul number 4. And Aliquippa now. Moy trying to get loose from this defense. He can't get open, and now Walker will drive. Put one up off the glass, no good. Loose ball. Hit the line off of an Aliquippa player. It'll go over to South Allegheny. Here comes Bryce Epps as Aliquippa's backed out of their pressure for the time being. Skip pass, Dylan Hines for 3, no good. Faulkner tried to get the rebound, couldn't get it though. This one is Vernon Red for Aliquippa. 6:46 to go here in the first half. 16-14. Gladiators out in front. Moy tries to drive inside, he ran out of room. Ended up getting it off of Antonio Epps and out of bounds. Tajir Crocker checking back into the game.
I think SA is starting to feel a little more comfortable on the defensive end of the floor. Took a little time for them to kind of see what Aliquippa was going to bring. It's one thing to watch them on film, another thing to execute on the floor.
Both these teams extremely athletic. You know, sometimes it takes a little while to see just how fast they are, as the shot by Crocker is no good. Rebound corralled by Faulkner. Ball lobbed up inside. No good on the connection. South Allegheny turnover, bringing it back up the floor. Red, but Dylan Hines got in the passing lane and knocked it out of bounds. Sam Lane checking back into the game for Aliquippa.
Watching Tajir Crocker, only 5'5", a senior. Kind of reminds me of the way he moves around, the athleticism, the speed, a little bit of Dev Whitlock from Bell Vernon.
He does have that speed and agility.
Not the biggest kid on the floor, but he'll outwork you.
And there's a little one-handed floater shot, good by Crocker, tying things back up at 16. Clock now under 6 minutes to go in the half. Kirkwood now has it, guarded by Moy. Over to Antonio, now to Bryce. To Dylan Hines, back to Bryce, trying to find a way to get the ball inside, can't do it. Dylan Hines with the ball in the corner now. Antonio and Dylan play catch. Ball shifted back around to Kirkwood. Antonio again. Bryce Epps with a fake. Floater one-hander is good, but they wave it off. Calling an offensive foul.
It's going to be off the ball on Faulkner, I believe. It's going to be Faulkner's second, and Aiden Sloss is ready to check in for Faulkner, so this might be a time that can Aliquippa take advantage of Faulkner not being on the court, even though you do have a nice presence there inside with Aiden Sloss on the defensive and offensive ends of the floor as well.
Yeah, well, Faulkner really hasn't been much of a factor offensively. That's a double dribble. Saw that one. Another Aliquippa turnover. Faulkner has been battling to try to get open inside, and that's how he picked up that foul. Has not contributed yet to the offense. It's been a guard show so far for South Allegheny.
That's why we've seen so many threes, too. I mean, they're keeping limiting Faulkner and keeping SA from getting inside.
Antonio Epps for 3 is no good. Sloss does a nice job there of batting the ball out so Bryce Epps can get the rebound. Bryce Epps with the ball. Finds Kirkwood. Kirkwood trying to get the ball inside the Sloss, and there's a foul.
It's going to be on Sam Lane.
So we see Faulkner having trouble getting the ball inside, but they're able to get it inside the Sloss, and he picks up, he forces a foul there.
And Sam Lane has done a very good job early on here of playing on the defensive side of the ball and keeping the ball out of the high post.
Moy checking out. We see Carl McBride back on the floor now for Aliquippa, so that's a good sign. He's okay. Bryce Epps now looking for some space. Kirkwood in the corner. Dylan Hines for 3. Got it! Dylan Hines with 9. and it's a 3-point Gladiator lead. Crocker up the floor, looking for Walker. He tracks it down. Baseline jump shot over Sloss is no good. Ethan Kirkwood gets the rebound. And here comes South Allegheny up the floor with some speed. Sam Lane does a nice job of recovering there, forces the turnover.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic turnovers by the Gladiators here tonight.
They're trying to force that transition, and like we mentioned, Aliquippa's, they're fast. They can get back quickly, and hasn't worked for them so far. They're better off staying in the half court.
SA really hasn't seen a team as quick as this Quips team.
Crocker, another floater, good. That's the second time we've seen him do that, a one-handed running float shot, and it's 19-18 now. Clock under 4 minutes left in the half. Bryce Epps over to Antonio and back to Bryce. Kirkwood and Bryce now playing catch. Hines in the corner, thought about it, didn't take it. Kirkwood's going to drive and kick. Bryce Epps going to do the same, but he's going to stop and pop from the elbow. Good. Bryce Epps with 6. In the lead, back to 3. Crocker, lob pass to Carl McBride. Ooh, dragging that back foot a little close there, but they didn't call it on him. As your Crocker finds Walker, and now we're going to have an offensive foul on Aliquippa. DeAndre Moy and Cameron Lindsay checking back into the game for the Quips. Foul number 3 on Aliquippa. That one on Vernon Red.
Moy was huge in the first 2 minutes of this game, hitting a pair of big threes for the Quips, so his offensive production will be appreciated, I'm sure.
And 19 against Laurel to lead Aliquippa.
Averaging just under 15 a game as well.
Yep.
Didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry.
No, we're going to talk about the same thing anyway. So, and Antonio Epps stepped on the baseline, so turnover number 5 for the Gladiators here in the first half. Clock reads exactly 3 minutes to go until halftime. Gladiators clinging to a 3-point lead, 21-18. Aliquippa not having too much problem with the South Allegheny pressure so far.
No, not at all.
Ball gets up the floor. That's Moy for 3 on the wing. No good. Bryce Epps tracks down the rebound. Over to Antonio. Over on the wing to Dylan Hines. Out top to Bryce Epps. Gets inside. Leaves it for Sloss. That's going to go off the hands of Moy and stay here. Some of the Aliquippa fans thought it would go the other way, but refs will keep it here. Antonio Epps to Bryce. Antonio now, dribble drive, Kirkwood, Hines in the corner. .219 to go now as Antonio Epps works the ball. Looking for some space. Aliquippa's defense pretty tough right now.
Yes, they are.
Bryce Epps is able to find some room, get down the lane. Ball just wouldn't fall. Rebound to DeAndre Moy. He's coming back up the floor. Crocker for 3, no good. Aiden Sloss with the rebound. Kirkwood gets a long lead pass, drives the lane up and good. Ethan Kirkwood's first basket of the night. Gives South Allegheny a 5-point lead, 23-18. Moy over the timeline to Walker, fake a shot. He'll try to get inside. Moy blocked from behind by Sloss. I think there could have been a foul call there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to call a foul there. A little bit of contact, but SA.
Antonio Epps unable to get that one to go. Sorry, Jose.
No, SA gets a little bit of a break, but can't capitalize, and there's a bucket on the other end.
That's going to be DJ Walker. And it's 23-20 now. Bryce Epps to Antonio. Bryce Epps now to Dylan Hines. He'll fake a shot. He'll come out to the wing for 3. Banks it home. Banks are open late here in Liberty Borough. 26-20. South Allegheny to a 6-point lead.
4 threes here in the first half for Dylan Hines.
And here comes Crocker beating the pressure. He'll jumper from the elbow. No good. Antonio Epps tried to grab the rebound, couldn't control it out of bounds. It'll stay here. 28.5 to go until halftime. Sam Lane back into the game for the Quips.
Quips get a break there as Epps had room around him to corral that rebound, but can't quite bring it in.
Couldn't quite get the grip on that one.
Nice athletic move there by Epps.
And now Crocker going to bring it out to half court. Now clock at 20 seconds. Looks like Aliquippa is going to try to hold for one here, down 6. It's been a pretty good second quarter for the South Allegheny defense. Crocker working on Epps. Gets down the lane. Bryce Epps gets a swat. Antonio Epps with the ball. Throws one up. It's no good. He had a couple extra steps he could have taken there, but forced it up a little early. And we have come to halftime in a very exciting first half. South Allegheny holding the lead at the break, 26-20. They outscore Aliquippa in that second frame 10-6. So after giving up 14 in the first quarter, only 6 for Aliquippa in the second quarter. 12 points for Dylan Hines of South Allegheny to lead the way for them. 7 for Tajir Crocker leading the Quips. And we're at the half.
Kind of what we expected, I guess. You know, these are two really good defensive teams, two athletic teams. 6-point game, about around what we anticipated.
Yes, and you know, another thing Coach DeCenzo also mentioned to me the other day was how he felt that this was not going to be anything like the first 2 games South Allegheny had in the playoffs. 2 games in which they dominated fairly easily, a 75-36 win over Ligonier Valley, a 58-30 win over Seton LaSalle, and this one is very close. I've got a end of first quarter score, and the 11th seed Elwood City leading number 2 Neshannock 16-14 after 1.
Wow.
Cinderella is still wearing her slipper through 1 quarter.
And you mentioned that Elwood City team coming off a nice upset over number 3 Shadyside Academy in the quarterfinals.
They did knock off Shadyside Academy. I know we have some people that are were very interested in that game.
Yeah.
But let's see here. What else do we have? We have the Lady Hillers of Trinity out 21-6 on Woodland Hills. I have a early second quarter score from Bell Vernon where the Leps are out by 10, 32-22. Daniel Gordon has, he had 7 points during a 9-0 run. So there's Daniel Gordon doing what Daniel Gordon does, huh?
Whenever he's going to get a triple-double.
I mean, you know, why not? He did it last time out. You got to expect it every time now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Cheeks, you're not listening to this. I know you're not because you're playing in the basketball game right now, but come on, get a triple-double.
Do your thing. As mentioned earlier, MVI, Team MVI has some great sponsors this past basketball season, and we're very happy to tell you about them today. Camel Coffee Company, another one of them. Are you looking for a solid start to your daily routine? Look no further than the newly opened Camel Coffee Company in Washington Township in Bell Vernon. Camel Coffee Company is open daily from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., featuring Intelligentsia coffee and other custom-made and community-brewed coffee. You can also add a pastry and sandwiches to your daily routine as well. Camel Coffee Company offers free Wi-Fi and is locally owned and operated, so go check them out along Route 201 directly across from the Washington Township Fire Hall. If you've recently bought a home or refinanced your current home, have you considered changing your homeowner's insurance? The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency offers great rates and excellent customer service. Give them a call, 724-292-8066, or visit the office at 214 West Main Street in Monongahela. The Michael Williamson Farmers Insurance Agency is proud to sponsor MVI Live and Mon Valley Athletics. Foster House 2 is now open for dine-in and carry-out. Don't miss one of the famous King sandwiches from Foster House, which now has pizza by the slice and pizza burgers available all day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Watch all the Penguin games on the big screen TVs with a featured 22-ounce Coors Light draft for $2.50. during the games. The kitchen is open till 11:30 p.m. So don't miss out on some of the best food the Valley has to offer at Foster House 2, Washington Township in Bell Vernon. Do you need something done around your house, especially when it comes to your HVAC system? Look no further than the Working Man. Give Chuck Merlack a call for all of your HVAC and plumbing needs, but that's not all the Working Man does. Electrical, framing, drywall, excavation, water, and fire restoration, you name it, he can likely do it. An authorized Lennox Carrier dealer, the Working Man also offers apprenticeship programs and can provide excavating, help you with your insurance claim, and now features whole house air cleaners to help kill viruses. Call the Working Man, 724-557-2028 for all your HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and building needs. So if you want to take a look at Jose's story tomorrow regarding tonight's game here between South Allegheny and Aliquippa, you'll look to the Valley Independent for that, as well as coverage of the Bell Vernon game also happening tonight. The newspaper is currently offering a great deal of 60 days free of the electronic edition, which will easily get you through the rest of the winter sports season here and into spring, which is ramping up real soon. Visit monvalleyindependent.com today or call 724-314-0030 to register for your free e-edition and follow your favorite local sports team and get the best local news and sports coverage. And not only does Team MVI bring you the absolute best sports coverage each day, we've now gone down the rabbit hole of podcasting. Join sports editor Jeremy Salou, the man to my left, assistant sports editor Jose Negron, and their cast of characters as they discuss the week's sports news, sometimes with a special guest. And we may have some special guests this week.
Maybe. Little teaser.
Maybe. Join the crew this Sunday as they return to record the podcast at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi at right around 10:30 a.m., just in time for the release to the masses at 1 p.m. on your favorite podcasting station, Podbean, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it, we're probably on it.
Absolutely.
So check them out. So once again, recapping here, halftime here in Liberty, where the number 1 seed in 3A, South Allegheny, leads Aliquippa 26-20. The Quip's the 4 seed coming into this contest. And as you mentioned, Jose, you know, we expected a tight game, a fast game, and that's what we're getting.
Yeah, and we always talk about the big three that SA has, you know, when it comes to Antonio Epps, Bryce Epps, and Omar Faulkner. Antonio and Bryce each have 6. Antonio was shut out there in that second quarter, but both of them have 6. But it's been the Dylan Hines show here tonight. 4 3-pointers, 12 points in the first half, and we've seen that from him where he's been able to lead this team in scoring. He's more than capable of it, and he's doing it tonight, especially. It's come up in a big time, especially when Omar Faulkner was shut out in that first half.
Yeah, you know, Omar held scoreless. Not that he wasn't an important presence on the defensive end with a couple of blocks and a couple of rebounds, but he also got into foul trouble, picked up his second foul pretty early in the second quarter and had to sit down. But the South Allegheny defense really didn't miss a beat. Aiden Sloss came in. He picked up a block.
Had a couple rebounds as well.
Get a couple of rebounds. Bryce Epps with a block. Ethan Kirkwood with some blocks. The Gladiators don't seem to be missing much with them out of the lineup, and you just know that, you know, Antonio and Bryce and Omar are going to get their points, and now that they're, you know, been kind of hemmed in the first half, it could be a big second half for them.
Yeah, and you know that the only two that aren't really leaving the court are Antonio and Bryce.
Right.
The other guys, you know, they're kind of interchangeable when it comes to some of the bench depth they have. I mean, when you got guys like Aiden Sloss and Wes DeGiorgio and, you know, even, you know, going a little bit deeper to some of those other, you know, younger kids who have gotten plenty of experience this year in some of those lopsided games, this SA team is pretty deep. So, you know, they like to go about 7 deep on most nights, but if they have to go deeper, they will.
Yep. So here we are, once again, like I said, South Allegheny 26-20, winner of this game, advancing to the WPIAL Class 3A final against either second-seeded Neshannock or 11th-seeded Elwood City. Also on the docket and around our area, Bell Vernon. I'm sorry, here, we'll go back to this really fast. Halftime score, Elwood City still out in front of Neshannock, 34-31. Joseph Roth, who's a freshman, has 16 points for the Wolverines. So getting it done there. Okay, so the Leopards, with time winding down in the first half, hold a 37-30 lead over North Platte Catholic. So that is another semifinal in 4A. So we have these two teams, and of course the other team that we have in our coverage area, the Sarah Catholic girls, they've already stamped their ticket for the WPIAL final, playing in the Class 2A final.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple of big trips potentially a couple big trips to North Allegheny within the next couple of days if Belle Vernon and SA can hold on. But Sarah Catholic will be there tomorrow, and they'll face a pretty tough test in the Shannock as the #1 seed. So should be an interesting one with Bill Clary and the Eagles taking on the top seed in 2A.
You know, I can about throw a stone and hit North Allegheny from where I work, just saying.
There you go.
Yeah, so we'll be looking forward to checking those teams out. If they make it, they've got to get there first, so we still have a whole second half here to play. And Aliquippa has shown, early on in this game that they can hit shots and hit consecutive shots. They've shown that they can play defense. What's a big key here for South Allegheny heading the second half, Jose?
I think getting Omar Faulkner involved. Obviously you mentioned, the blocks, the rebounds. That's always going to happen for Omar. He's just so good. You're not going to keep him from doing those things. And like Coach DeCenzo said after that win against Eaton LaSalle, it doesn't take skill to play defense. It takes desire. But when it comes on the offensive end of the floor, I think they want to see him get more involved and try to get it inside to him. But kudos to Aliquippa. They've done a great job of neutralizing him, inside.
And I think for the Quips, they've got to find a way to get guys open like they did early in the game. I don't know if that's kind of changing their offensive strategy a little bit, but they had instances where guys were wide open for three and they were able to cash in. So
guys just moving off the ball and getting where they need to be.
And here's Walker driving the lane against Faulkner. That shot was altered but not blocked. Lane's able to grab the rebound, but he gives it up. And
nice job there by Faulkner on the defensive end.
Yep, didn't take the foul, just kind of altered Walker's movement there. And, Aliquippa failed to score.
And you saw him kind of lay off the block there. He was trying to go for a block, but you saw him lay off a little bit.
And just as you alluded to,
let's
get Omar Faulkner involved. Bryce Epps finds him, and he lays one in. It's 28-20. Ball up the floor, Walker dishes to Lane. Jump shot is no good. Walker gets the offensive board and the putback. Donovan Walker with 7 points for Aliquippa. It's 28-22. Press broken. Dylan Hines to Bryce Epps. Epps drives inside. He's blocked by Lane, but he's able to recover nicely. Dylan Hines looking for another three there. No good. Sam Lane gets the rebound. And we see Lane now with 2 boards here in the second half.
Yeah, Sam Lane's played really, really well here tonight.
He's been forced to D up against Faulkner, which is not an easy task, giving away a couple of inches. And this one is Tajir Crocker. Lane has the ball. He'll dish it to Moy on the wing. Moy gets inside, lay it up off the glass and good. DeAndre Moy's first point since the first quarter. 28-24 now. South Allegheny out in front. Up to Hines. Hines faked the shot. He'll get it to Bryce. Bryce will fire up a three. Rims out, no good. Lane with a 3rd rebound in the half. Bryce Epps still hasn't found the range on his 3 tonight. Ball comes near side. DJ Walker. He finds Crocker. We will again find Walker, this time in the corner. Walker now. Good switch again there by the South Allegheny defense. Gets inside. Faulkner. I don't know that he got any of that or not, but here comes Bryce Epps up the floor to Antonio. And he walked as he tried, was a little bit too far underneath the basket that time. You think Omar got a piece of that ball?
He probably hit off his fingertips.
All right, we'll give it to him.
We'll give him a block. It looked either that or it was just too afraid to go over him.
Right.
And was just like, hey.
Just a bad shot, yeah. Moy now. Oh, Antonio Epps jumps right in front of that pass. He'll come up the floor. find Bryce Epps on the wing. Bryce lost the handle on it. Ball's going to come to McBride. Up the floor, he gets it. Crocker, layup and good. Tajir Crocker. And down on the floor behind the play is Dylan Hines. Totally missed what was up there.
Slow to get up, but he's getting up, being looked at by the trainer.
Hines coming off on his own power. They're going to check him out. Looks like it'll be Wes DeGiorgio checking in for him.
I think SA has kind of forced some things here in the second half, allowed Aliquippa to get to within 2 here with just over 5 minutes to go. Some errant passes, some...
I think just a little bit of overzealousness on a couple of passes, on a couple of things has kind of led to some trouble for South Allegheny, but they've got the basketball now after Crocker scored on the layup. It's 28-26. Epps down, ball lobbed up in the air for Faulkner. He tips it around to himself, and it's another South Allegheny turnover. That's 3 already here in the third quarter. And a chance for the Quips to tie or take the lead on this trip. Crocker comes to McBride. Hands it off to Crocker again. He'll drive inside, look for room. Jump shot from inside the free throw line is no good. Bryce Epps was able to grab the rebound but stepped out of bounds with it.
Been very impressed with the way that Tajir Crocker has played here this evening.
Yeah, like you said, he has that we have no other basis for comparison but that Devin Whitlock factor.
Just the quickness and just very impressive.
And we've got another offensive foul. This one is going to be called on Carl McBride. It'll be his first foul. Their first foul of the second half. Epps over Faulkner's head. He thought there might have been somebody behind him. That's on 5 turnovers here for South Allegheny. They need to be careful. They don't want to give this Aliquippa team too many opportunities to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's exactly what they have done here so far. I mean, 6 straight points for the Quips and still only a 2-point game.
On the wing it goes. DJ Walker now. Crowd coming alive. He'll get around a pick and just beyond the elbow. A jump shot, no good. Lane with another rebound. He's been a factor on the boards here in the second half so far. Moy drives down the lane, lays one up, and got it to go in the foul. DeAndre Moy with a basket. He now has 10 with a chance to make it 11, and that's going to be foul number
3 on Faulkner.
No,
they're going to call it on DeGiorgio.
They call it on DeGiorgio, so a lucky break there for them. Free throw is good. Aliquippa back to the lead. Faced an 8-point deficit, and they now lead at 29-28.
9-0 run now for the Quips. 5 turnovers for SA.
Bryce Epps floater down the lane, got it to go. We've seen Bryce do that quite often. Back out in front go the Gladiators, 30-29. Ball up the floor, 3 for Walker, banked home. DJ Walker banks one home, and the Quips have a 2-point lead, 32-30. Bryce Epps breaking the press, using his speed, drives inside, pass lane, lay it up and good. And now we could see Bryce Epps do what he does, and that's at times just take over a ball game. Back-to-back baskets for him.
So many times where he struggled in the first half and come up big in the second. Travel on Aliquippa.
Carl McBride got inside, saw big 24 there, and decided to make a different decision, and he ended up taking too many steps. Meanwhile, for South Allegheny, back into the game, Dylan Hines. Moy to the bench for the Quips.
Aliquippa with this pressure defense.
Kirkwood open in the corner for 3, no good. Dylan Hines with the offensive board. He finds Bryce Epps to Antonio. Bryce now back to Dylan Hines, trying to get it inside to Faulkner. He does. goes up with a shot, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 here with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter of a tie game.
That's what you got to do. I mean, try to force them to maybe get into some foul trouble in their own.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of fouls called in this game. That's only the second this quarter.
First trip to the line here for South Allegheny.
Faulkner misses the first one.
Aliquippa's only gone to the line 3 times as well, so I haven't seen a lot of free throw opportunities.
Faulkner now the second one here. That one is good. Faulkner 1 of 2 at the line. It's a 33-32 lead for the Gladiators. Ball up the floor. That's McBride. He will drive inside. He'll dish it off to Lane, and he is swatted by Faulkner. Block number 4. Crocker. Jump shot way high up over top. And Hines gets a rebound, and he's fouled as he came down with it. That's going to be on Sam Lane. That's going to be 3 on him. 3 on Lane, and the third team foul against Aliquippa.
Cam Lindsay going to replace him.
How about Hines coming in off the injury to grab a couple of boards and force a foul. Antonio Epps, what a move with his right hand up off the glass, and good. Antonio with 8. It's back to a 3-point Gladiator advantage, 35-32, and now the SA pressure. Crocker lobs it to McBride. He'll look, he'll find. That is Lindsay, and now the ball.
An elbow or a travel on Aliquippa. I thought they were going to call a foul.
Yeah, Vernon Red certainly extended the elbow, but no call on that, but he did travel. Quickly, South Allegheny gets the ball in. Bryce Epps up the floor. Antonio Epps for 3. Short. Offensive rebound by Bryce Epps. He gets up and inside, lays it up, no good. Kirkwood on the backside with a rebound and the putback. 37-32, a 5-point advantage. Ball up the floor to Walker. He's going to go up and inside. Faulkner lets him go by, and he blew the layup. Faulkner, I think he thought he was going to be challenged there.
Called a foul on the floor.
Bryce Epps again taking the ball to the hole and laying it up and good, but the foul called before the basket. This one is going to be called against. I don't know who he called that foul on. It looked like he put 4 fingers up, but there is no 4 on the floor right now.
Aliquippa had that 12-2 run. It's been countered by a 7-0 run now for South Allegheny.
Bryce Epps to Antonio. Kirkwood for 3. Rims out, no good. Lindsay with the rebound. Aliquippa down 5. 1:23 to go in the third quarter. Crocker finds Walker. He's looking inside for McBride. He'll go around a pick, but no room there. Good defense, good help defense by Kirkwood. Now Crocker looking for a pick. 3-pointer step back is no good. Lindsay with an offensive rebound, and he gets it back out to Walker with a minute to go. Walker driving on Hines, throws it off the glass, no good. McBride with the rebound and the putback, no good. But a foul called here against South Allegheny. That's going to be on Kirkwood, number 2 on him. Only the second team foul here in the third quarter against South Allegheny, and that will put McBride on the line for 2. And Antonio Epps has got to check out of this game. He's got a, looks like he needs a Band-Aid, I believe, just a, we got a little bit of a issue here. Epps getting taped up. So the delay and the conversation lasted long enough for them to wrap Antonio Epps' knee up. So
Convenient.
yes. Carl McBride to the line. He's 2 of 2 tonight. And he misses the front end.
And as Victoria Jinks continues.
All I said was he's 2 for 2. I didn't say he was,
Right.
I don't know how good of a free throw shooter he is, but he hit his first 2. Next one, that one's no good as well. Omar Faulkner, rebound. So now maybe he hit the Jinxon, who knows. 2 for 4. Now McBride is at the line, and it's a 5-point game. Clock now to 45 seconds to go in the third quarter, and it looks like South Allegheny is content here to look for a good one.
He's going to milk the clock here with a 5-point lead. Get it inside to
got
Faulkner.
inside to Faulkner, but he missed it. He puts it back, though. Omar with the rebound and the putback. He's got 5 here in the third quarter after being held scoreless in the first half. 39-32, SA out in front. McBride lays it up and good. Got around Faulkner here, who played didn't want to pick up that other foul, so played some lax defense, 39-34, as SA brings it up. Hines mishandled the pass, but he gets inside, kicks it out to Bryce Epps. Floater in the lane is good. Bryce Epps with 6 in the quarter, 12 overall, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 3. South Allegheny holds a 7-point lead on Aliquippa, the 1 over the 4, with 8 minutes to go in this Class 3A semifinal.
41-34.
Again, another quarter where we see runs by both teams, Jose.
Yeah, a 12-2 run there by Aliquippa to start it, but 11-2 run for South Allegheny to finish it as they have a 41-34 lead. Dylan Hines and Bryce Epps both with 12 points apiece, 8 points for Antonio Epps. And SA looking to keep this lead here with 8 minutes to go.
Out of town score, we've got Bell Vernon leading North Catholic by 2. 42-40 in the third quarter.
I saw at halftime a little bit of foul trouble for Bell Vernon. They were up 10, and Dev Whitlock 4 fouls in that first half, and Daniel Gordon with 3. So
that could be problematic for Bell Vernon in the second half against a darn good North Catholic team. The Trinity girls lead Woodland Hills 33-22 at the half. Chartiers Valley girls lead Latrobe 34-16 at the half. The winner of those 2 games meet each other. Trying to find this updated Neshannock score. I haven't been able to find it yet. Let's see.
SA will inbound to start here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go here in this 3A semi.
Still no update on that Elwood City score from halftime. Lob pass, dunk! South Allegheny comes out of the break, and they hit the alley-oop to Omar Faulkner, who now has 7. Floater inside is no good. Antonio Epps with a rebound. Goes cross-court to Hines. Kirkwood for 3. Got it! Look out. South Allegheny starting this fourth quarter on fire, and they have now a 12-point lead. Moy up the floor for Aliquippa. Looking for space, throws up a shot. It's no good. Rebound comes out. Bryce Epps on the floor, gets it. Up the floor, Antonio Epps to Kirkwood. Kirkwood to Dylan Hines for 3. Smashed it. Dylan Hines, an 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter, and South Allegheny has taken a 7-point lead and has made it 15 in 55 seconds.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Gladiators come out of the break. Antonio Epps throws the lob to Omar Faulkner for the flush. Gets the crowd involved. Back the other way comes Aliquippa. They fail on their offensive trip. Ethan Kirkwood for 3. Bang. Another failed shot by the Quips on the other end. Dylan Hines for 3. Bang. And it's grown from 7 to 15 in a hiccup, I swear. 49-34. We still got 7:05 to play, but South Allegheny is putting the foot down here in the fourth quarter.
What a statement there in the first minute of this fourth quarter. And that South Allegheny side was absolutely electric.
A very close third quarter. Gladiators outscore the Quips 15-14. But we talked about it. If this team gets hot from three, they're trouble. And right now, Kirkwood, Hines are hitting the three. Bryce Epps taking the ball to the hole, and Faulkner with a flush, and now we've got
another turnover.
Aliquippa with a turnover immediately out of their timeout, and things are falling apart pretty quickly for the Quips.
Mentioned Dylan Hines, 5 3-pointers, 4 of those all in the first half.
He has definitely been a factor in this one.
15 points
Kirkwood,
for Hines.
Bryce Epps now, and we've got a foul call. Offensive foul called against Antonio Epps. Coach DeCenzo was not happy with that call. Only the third team foul against South Allegheny here in the second half, and only Antonio's second foul. Moy will drive inside. Faulkner, again, let him go by, and Moy missed. Now Bryce Epps dishes to Antonio and back to Bryce. Crocker on him. To Kirkwood.
There's a travel on Kirkwood.
Yeah, he hesitated. He was looking for Epps, who had cut to the hole, and I think he kind of changed his mind where he wanted to go with the ball, and
hesitation a little bit there.
Yep. 6:26 to go. South Allegheny 49, Aliquippa 34, with a quick start to the fourth quarter. Crocker for three. Nope.
Bryce Epps getting in on the block party.
Bryce Epps has 3 block shots in this game. Probably the second smallest guy on the floor has 3 blocks.
Somar hosting block lessons for the team.
I think he's helping them out somehow. Kirkwood's got 2 blocks. I mean, it's been a joint effort for sure. Sloth, of course. Sloth with a block off the bench too. Here comes Walker looking inside to Lindsay. Fights one up and got it to go. Cameron Lindsay gets Aliquippa on the board in the fourth quarter, 49-36. Antonio Epps beating the pressure up the floor. He'll dribble it around, give it to Kirkwood. He'll drive down the lane, spin move inside, up the glass, no good. Loose ball comes to the Quips. Walker, and we got a whistle as they come up the floor. The foul on South Allegheny.
It's going to be on Bryce. His second, I believe, correct?
Bryce Epps with 2. Bryce Epps with 12 points. He had 6 in that third quarter. Now here is Aliquippa, and the ball passed. That's DeMar Freeman who's on the floor for Aliquippa. Tried to get it to Crocker, and he couldn't handle the pass. Out of bounds, turnover for the Quips.
I don't know, if you're SA, do you slow things down, try to milk this clock as much as you can with a 13-point lead, or you just keep trying to score?
It looks like that's what they plan to do, is spread the floor here. Faulkner is clear out near half court. And they've spread everybody out. And now here's Faulkner dishing to Bryce Epps. And he'll bring it back out near midcourt. And once again, working against Crocker. Wow. Oh, and
Crocker picks his pocket.
He did. Up the floor. Walker inside, and a foul called. I thought I heard a whistle.
Yeah.
But they didn't blow it. So that's another basket for Lindsay. And now we have a foul called on Aliquippa. 49-38. Substitutions in Vernon Red and Carl McBride for Aliquippa. Foul, meanwhile, was called on DJ Walker. That is number 2 on him, team foul number 5.
Had that 8-0 run by SA in the opening minute, and they're going to put 4:49 on the clock instead of 4:51, so take 2 seconds off. 4-0 run, back-to-back buckets by Lindsay for Aliquippa, just over a minute apart from one another.
SA with a 49-38 advantage. Clock reading 4:49. Now Bryce Epps on the handoff from Faulkner, and he's going to calm things down and hand it to Antonio. Antonio Epps, the senior. And we got a foul on the far sideline. That's going to be on Walker. That's going to be 3 on him. The 16 foul, one more, and it's 1-and-1 time.
I think that's what I say wants to do, is force those fouls, get to the free throw line. We know how good this team is at free throw shooting. That's where they want to be at this juncture.
Yep. 4:32 to go. Bryce Epps with the ball. Comes the double team. He beats it, dishes. Antonio Epps open for 3. Short off the iron, no good. Rebound came to DeAndre Moy up the floor. He goes to Walker, lay it up and good. Donovan Walker has 12, and it's a 9-point game, back to single digits. Little 6-0 spurt. Bryce Epps up the floor, swatted out of there, no good. Faulkner gets the offensive board and a foul.
Faulkner will head to the line.
Faulkner now with 7 boards. 5 here in the second half after a bit of a slow start for him.
And 7 points here in the second half as well.
No good. Back iron. Omar now 1 of 3 at the stripe today. Faulkner now, number 2, is good. 2 of 4 at the line for Omar. And Aliquippa is going to take a 30-second timeout here.
10-point game.
4:04 to go. South Allegheny leading Aliquippa 50-40. And that start by South Allegheny has been countered by Aliquippa. They've been managed to score 6 of the last 7 points and get it down to 10 here.
End of 3. Bell Vernon 58. North Catholic 53.
There you go. End of third quarter, Elwood City 40-38 lead over Neshannock.
Nail biter.
And Neshannock already has 17 fouls, so they're going to be putting Elwood City on the line for the entire fourth quarter.
Elwood City's been up after every quarter here tonight.
Now, I caught this, and I didn't catch their names, unfortunately, but there were 2 players from Elwood City who was part of a gold medal winning relay team at WPIAL Finals last weekend.
Wow.
And now they're on the basketball team trying to lead their team to a WPIAL title appearance.
What a story that is.
Yeah. So here's Walker trying to work against Faulkner, and he's going to get called for a blocking foul here.
It's going to be 3 on Faulkner. I will give Omar credit. He's done a good job of limiting the fouls, especially after having 2 relatively early in that first half.
And you see the Omar factor. Like, there were several times Aliquippa would drive against him, and he backed off his defense so he wouldn't pick up those fouls, and then they would miss the shot. So even his presence causes the shots to be altered.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's been,
because you just never, it's so unpredictable at that point. You never know if he's actually going to go up and try to contest it.
Moy,
like that one.
Blocked again. Aliquippa trying to get this dribble drive going here. Here's Walker with a shot. Got it to go. Nice shot that time by Walker. Gets it back to an 8-point game here. 3:20 to go. Donovan DJ Walker with 14 points leading the Quips. Antonio Epps able to slice down the lane and get the basket on the layup. Antonio into double figures now with 10. 3 Gladiators in double figures now. Crocker down the lane. Faulkner, nope. Get out of here, he says. Block number 6. And Antonio Epps brings it up the floor. He'll set. Wide open 3. full timeout called by Coach DeCenzo. 2:49 to go, and it is a 13-point Gladiator advantage. Antonio Epps.
Ice in his veins.
Just, you know, we've covered the South Allegheny basketball team all season. We covered the South Allegheny football team in the fall. And, you know, you watch Antonio on the football field, the desire, the passion, the will that he had, you know, coming up just short of that goal of getting his team to the playoffs. And here in the basketball playoffs, he has been smooth and steady, not letting anything affect him, you know, missing a couple shots, so what? Steps up, still has the confidence to bury that three there to give his team a double-digit advantage.
A Duquesne football recruit, but when you watch him play here on the basketball court, it's surprising that he didn't get more opportunities or offers to continue his basketball career. I mean, just such a great leader for this SA team. He's been here through the bad and the good, you know, since his freshman season, and
you know
has put the team on his back here over the last 22 seconds.
He leads by example. He doesn't do. Coach DeCenzo says he doesn't do a lot of talking. The talker is Bryce. He's the guy that sets the tone verbally on the floor. But it's Antonio's nonverbal leadership that has gotten this team to where they are today, on the precipice of some history here. Crocker bringing the ball up the floor. He finds on the wing Red, and now the ball inside it goes. Lay it up and good for Carl McBride. He now has 6, 55-44. Antonio over the timeline to Omar, to Dylan Hines, and then back out to Antonio, and South Allegheny will work some more clock.
Yeah, we're getting
Bryce Epps down the lane. Had his
nice
shot
block
altered there by Moy. Aliquippa with a chance to get back to single digits here. Here's Moy finding Red down inside. Shot way too high.
Will it come down? No.
It will not. I mean, that's even too far for Omar to go get.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think Omar would be able to grab that either. Maybe if somebody went on his shoulders or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Nope.
And Bryce says, I've tried twice. Let's try somebody else. And Kirkwood gets
And Kirkwood got the bucket.
How about that?
Trick shot.
Exactly 2 minutes on the clock. South Allegheny 55. Aliquippa 44. A berth in the 3A WPIAL title game at stake, quite possibly in the next 2 minutes. Ball inbounded. Bryce Epps gets it, and we've got a whistle, and we're going to have 1-1 now with 1:57 to go. Foul on DeAndre Moy. Foul number 1 on him. Team foul number 8, and Bryce Epps going to the line, 1-1. Big free throws here as Epps, first one is true. Bryce Epps with 13, gets the bonus after making the first one. Second one, front iron, back iron, good. 2 big free throws by the sophomore, 57-44. Gladiators out in front. Crocker around a pick. Bryce Epps with the quick hands, ball knocked loose by him. Dylan Hines with the steal to Bryce Epps. Lay it up off the glass, too strong. Rebounded by Vernon Red, back the other way. Aliquippa trying to get up the floor quickly now. Crocker, he'll stop and pop. No good. Ethan Kirkwood with the backside rebound. Ball knocked loose, but Kirkwood able to corral it again. Ball given to Bryce Epps, 1:23 to go.
They're going to try to foul, I believe.
Bryce Epps gets it to Antonio and back to Bryce, 1:18 to go. And here come the South Allegheny faithful to a bit of a roar here. Antonio Epps for 3. Quite possibly the dagger hit there with 1:06 to go. South Allegheny plus 16 over Aliquippa. It's 60-44, and the hands are on the hips by the Quips, and the heads are hanging. Again, Antonio Epps drains one.
What a fourth quarter for Antonio Epps. 8 big points here over the last 2 minutes when it looked like Aliquippa was fighting back. They were down only by 8 points, and Antonio Epps has really put the team on his back, scoring 8 of their last 10 points to make it 60-44.
Not only that, Jose, all 5 starters have points in the fourth quarter for the Gladiators. 3 for Kirkwood, 3 for Hines, 5 for Bryce Epps. You mentioned the 8 by Antonio and 3 for Omar Faulkner, getting the contributions everywhere. And that's what this team has been.
In these big games, you need more than just your big 3, and SA has shown that they are more than just the Epps brothers and Omar Faulkner.
Here comes Moy up the floor for Aliquippa. He's double teamed. He's able to get some free space, fire up a 3, and he hits it. DeAndre Moy with a 3, cuts this lead down to 13. Bryce Epps traveled as soon as he got the ball coming in. So 50.8 seconds to go. We got double technicals here, handed out.
Bryce will check out for Ethan Kirkwood.
I do believe that was Walker getting it for, yes it was, Walker getting it for Aliquippa. Bryce Epps checks out on the technical, his 3rd foul. 3 ball for Crocker from way downtown, got it to go. Timeout Aliquippa, back to a 10-point game, 43.1 seconds to go. We also saw Aiden Sloss and Wes DeGiorgio check back into the game for the Gladiators, but looks like they're going to bring at least Hines back in. 60-50 now. South Allegheny out in front, back-to-back 3s by Aliquippa.
I still can't say enough about the way that Tyjir Crocker has played here today. You saw that 3, nothing but net. What a game by the senior.
12 points.
One of 3 Aliquippa players in double figures, joining Donovan Walker and DeAndre Moy.
Well, the Quips only had 1 guy averaging in double figures, so you had to know that their players, their ancillary players, were probably in that 7 to 9 range with the ability to get to double figures, which is what, what has happened here tonight. 42.7 to go. South Allegheny leading this one 60-50, trying to lock it down. Kirkwood, lob inbound to Faulkner, gets it out to Antonio Epps. Antonio is fouled. That's going to be on Lindsay. Only his first, 9th team foul. Antonio Epps for 1 and 1 at the line. 38.1 seconds to go.
Epps leading the way for SA with 16 points, 8 of those 16 here in this fourth quarter. 15 for Hines, 14 for Bryce Epps.
Back iron, no good. Must have missed a foul, Marcus. Probably that technical I probably missed. DeGiorgio is going to check back in here for Bryce Epps. Second one is good though. 61-50. South Allegheny out in front, 35 seconds to go. Crocker up the floor. Aliquippa needs to hurry. Crocker working against Kirkwood. Ball on the floor. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Gladiators, and with 27 seconds to go, they'll take over.
History here from South Allegheny, Dean.
That's right. Gladiators, as Antonio Epps works up the floor, finds DeGiorgio out to Kirkwood. Aliquippa looks like they're not going to challenge on a foul here. They're going to look to trap, and red tried to knock the ball loose on a trap, and he gets called for the foul. 15.7 seconds to go before South Allegheny earns their first trip to the WPIAL Finals in school history, folks. We're on the doorstep of that last season, fell in that semifinal game. Kirkwood misses the first one, but brought everybody back. All 5 starters, bench players back for this South Allegheny team. The expectations were high coming in. They finished the season as the #1 seed, and now they'll play for a WPIAL title. Moy up the floor. 3 ball on the way is no good. Omar Faulkner grabs the rebound, gives it to Antonio Epps, and the crowd comes alive here. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. That is it. South Allegheny will advance to the WPIAL title game in Class 3A thanks to a 62-50 over number 4, Aliquippa. First time in program history for the Gladiators. They're going to the ship, Jose, and saluting their fans right now are the Gladiators. This community, this fan base, who has been limited at times throughout the season, showed up in full force tonight, and the Glads walk off the floor. They've got a game to play on Monday.
Tony DeCenzo knew the expectations were high. He knew he had everyone back from that semifinal team with experience, with heartbreak from that loss, and redemption for the Gladiators here tonight.
And you talk about, the program as a whole. He took over a team that had just come off a 0-21 season. It's been a struggle up and down since then, but here they are. The Gladiators are going to play for a WPIAL title, 62-50 over Aliquippa. Trying to find if their opponent is named yet. I've got a Bell Vernon score into 3, 58-53, we said that. Still looking here, not able to find it. Oh well. South Allegheny is going to play somebody on Monday. It's either going to be a number 11 Elwood City or number 2 Neshannock. That game was a battle throughout. This one was a battle until early in the fourth quarter when South Allegheny started it with an 8-0 run.
Huge.
It was massive, and it energized the crowd. It energized the team, and Aliquippa battled back a little bit, got it back down to 8, but Gladiators able to get away late.
Yeah, and props to the Quips, the way they played here tonight. I think Tony DeCenzo probably would agree, and I'll get to talk to him here in a little bit, but that's the toughest test that SA has had this year, with just speed and
absolutely
an incredible game here by the Quips.
Yep. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from South Allegheny High School. Once again, it's the Gladiators going to the WPIAL title game in Class 3A with a 62-50 victory. They will play either Neshannock or Elwood City. That game, minute 15 to go. Elwood City leads at 55-51. So Neshannock trying to come back and meet them there. Otherwise, it's going to be Elwood City, one of those two.
The underdog, the Cinderella story. Didn't we talk on the podcast about how there should be more Cinderella stories in the WPIAL playoffs?
Absolutely, and that was something that I tried to predict, and I picked the wrong Cinderella. but that's okay. We got one anyway. So we're gonna check out of here. Jose's gonna talk to Coach Ketch his story tomorrow in the Mon Valley Independent. For Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, I am Mon Valley Independent Sports Correspondent Dean Delamalva signing off from Liberty Borough, 62-50 South Allegheny to the 3A WPIAL title game.